Most people in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s believe the same comforting idea. As long as I walk every day, I'll stay strong. But over the last decade, something unexpected has been happening in clinics across the world. People who walk daily, sometimes 2 or 3 miles, still come in with the same complaints. My legs feel weaker. My balance isn't what it used to be. I get tired faster than I should. I feel like I'm aging too quickly. And for years, doctors assumed this was just normal aging, until new research from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the Journal of Aging Research revealed something surprising. Walking alone, even daily walking, isn't enough to keep your legs strong past age 50. Not because walking is bad, but because walking doesn't train the muscles that protect you from aging. Deep stabilizers, balance muscles, glute fibers that keep the pelvis steady, ankle muscles that prevent dangerous falls, and the thigh muscles that keep you steady when you step off a curb, climb stairs, or get up from a chair. These are the first muscles to weaken with age, and the ones walking barely activates. That's why so many older adults feel like their legs are slowing down, even if they stay active. The good news, and it is good news, is that you don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, you don't need youth. You just need your breath, your body weight, and a few minutes of intention.
Before we move into the deeper explanation, take a second to subscribe. If staying strong and active after 50 matters to you, join this community. We grow younger together here. When you're ready, we'll move into the deeper science and the emotional why behind these movements. Because once you understand the reason, the routine becomes effortless.
Let's slow down for a moment and talk about what's really happening inside your body as you cross 50, 60, and beyond. Because once you understand this, the exercises later will make perfect, almost obvious sense. Beginning around age 45, the nervous system starts sending weaker signals to certain muscles in the legs, especially the ones responsible for balance and control. This isn't your fault. It's biology. It's what Harvard researchers call neuromuscular fade-out, a quiet loss of communication between the brain and the stabilizer muscles. And the strange thing is, you rarely notice it at first. Maybe you start using the handrail more. Maybe getting up from low chairs feels harder. Maybe walking up a slope takes more effort. Maybe your knees feel a little stiff when you first stand in the morning. These little clues are not signs that you're falling apart. They're signals your body is whispering to you, "Wake up the stabilizers before I start compensating." The Mayo Clinic has been warning about this for years. They've found that when stabilizer muscles switch off, the larger muscles, quads, hamstrings, calves, take over jobs they're not designed for. That's when you get knee pain, hip tightness, ankle weakness, lower back discomfort. All because the small muscles aren't pulling their weight anymore. But here's what gives me hope every day in my practice. These stabilizer muscles respond incredibly fast, sometimes faster than the large muscles. A 2-minute activation can change someone's balance immediately. A simple shift in how they step can reduce knee pressure by up to 20%. A targeted movement can instantly improve posture and stride confidence. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who performed short bursts of balance-focused leg movements increased neural activation in the hips and ankles in just 14 days, not months. That's why we're here today, to give your body the message it's been waiting for. Now, why does this matter in real life? It matters when you're going downstairs with a grocery bag in one hand. It matters when you're walking on uneven ground or playing with your grandkids on the lawn. It matters when you travel, when you get up from the couch, when you step into the shower. Strength is nice. Endurance is helpful. But controlled strength, the kind that keeps you steady, confident, and safe, is what keeps you active and independent into your 70s and 80s. That's what these two movements do. Not bodybuilder strength, not fitness model flexibility, just pure, functional stability. And the best part is, you don't need a membership. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need an hour of training. You need your floor, a bit of quiet, 2 minutes, and the willingness to give your body a second chance. Before we move into the exercises, take one moment to remember this. Your body is not done. Your muscles are not done. Your balance is not done. And age is not a decline. It's a recalibration. In the description, you'll find every reference, study link, and source I mentioned, so you can explore the science yourself. I want you to feel informed, empowered, and in control, not guessing, not hoping, not relying on luck. Because today you learn how to activate the part of your body that protects your independence. And now we get into the heart of this routine.
Let's begin with the first movement, the one most seniors overlook because it feels almost too simple. But simplicity can be powerful when it comes from the right place. This first movement is something your body knew instinctively in your 20s, but slowly forgot after decades of sitting, stiffness, guarded walking, and uneven pressure on your knees and hips. It's called the heel-to-toe roll. Now, don't let the name fool you. This isn't just walking. This is retraining the entire chain of muscles from your toes to your hips. A study in the Journal of Aging Research found that slow, deliberate heel-to-toe rolling increased ankle stability by nearly 30% in adults over 65 and improved stride confidence in as little as 1 week. Why? Because this movement reactivates the forgotten muscles at the front of the shin, the inside of the arch, and the deep stabilizers around the knee. Imagine standing tall. You choose your right foot. You place the heel gently, letting it touch the floor first. Then slowly, you roll forward until your midfoot meets the ground. Finally, your toes make soft contact, not slapping, not collapsing, just controlled. And then you switch sides. You're not rushing. You're waking the system. Most people never activate these muscles after 50. They walk flat-footed, heavy, cautious. But this movement teaches your legs to glide again. Not stomp, not shuffle, but glide. And here's the emotional truth. This small movement could be the difference between walking confidently at 80 or needing support at 70. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The second movement is something most doctors don't teach, even though it can immediately improve stability. It's a mini step-back shift. This movement doesn't look like much on the outside, but inside your body it's doing something remarkable. It's helping your hips, glutes, and balance centers fire at the exact same time, a coordination lost with age, but quickly restored. Researchers at the University of British Columbia discovered that older adults who practiced controlled backward stepping for just 2 minutes a day reduced fall risk by up to 34%, because stepping backward trains muscles that walking forward ignores completely, especially the stabilizers that prevent wobbling when you turn, step off a curb,
or lose footing for a second. Here's how it works. Stand tall, shift your weight to your left leg, gently slide your right foot back 6 to 8 inches, keeping your toes lightly touching the floor. Feel your left glute engage. Feel your core tighten just a bit. Then return to standing. You're not lunging, you're not bending, you're simply shifting, awakening the posterior chain, the muscles that keep you upright and protect you from falling. Do it slow, do it with intention. Your body will remember. Now pause for a moment. Before we continue, tell me in the comments how old you are and where in the world you're watching from. It helps me create tips tailored to your age group, and I love seeing how many countries this community reaches. All right, let's continue. What shocks people most is how fast these movements work. Some feel more balanced by the end of the first session. Some notice their knees don't wobble as much. Some feel stronger stepping off a curb or standing up from a chair. Because you're not exercising. You're restoring a communication system between your brain and legs. Now let's combine the two movements. First, a slow heel-to-toe roll on the right foot. Then a mini step-back shift on the left. Then switch. This creates what we call a dual pattern activation, a short circuit in the best possible way, signaling your stabilizers, wake up, stay online, protect this body. And within those 2 minutes, you've done more for your long-term mobility than most seniors do in an entire day. When you finish, notice how your legs feel. They may feel lighter, more awake, more stable. This is your nervous system re-engaging, a feeling many of my patients describe as hope returning to my legs. And that is why this routine matters. Not to look younger, not to run marathons, but to move through life with confidence, to trust your steps, your balance, your body. And now that the work is done, let's close this together properly.
Take a slow breath in and let it out. Your legs have just done exactly what they were designed to do. Reconnect, stabilize, and wake up the parts of you that aging tries to dim. Let's bring everything together. Those two simple movements are not just exercises. They're signals, reminders to your nervous system that your legs are still capable, still responsive, still ready to carry you through the life you want to live. When you roll through the heel, midfoot, and toes, you retrain the natural walking pattern that protects your knees and ankles. When you shift backward with intention, you reawaken the glutes and deep hip stabilizers that keep you steady in the real world, on slopes, uneven ground, staircases, supermarket aisles, busy sidewalks. Together, they restore the balance system inside your body that aging tries to silence. This is what I want you to take away. You are not powerless against stiffness. You are not destined for weak legs. You are not too old to rebuild stability. Your muscles are waiting for direction. Your brain is ready to reconnect. Your body is far more adaptable than you think. Most people don't lose their mobility because of sickness or injury. They lose it because of decades of underactivation. But the moment you give your legs the right stimulus, everything begins to change. Stronger steps, less wobbling, more confidence, more energy, more trust in your own body. These 2 minutes are not about adding years to your life. They're about adding quality and movement to every year you've already earned. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you something important. What do you want your body to be able to do at 70, 75, 80? Travel, garden, play with your grandchildren, climb stairs easily, walk without fear. Every time you perform these movements, you're voting for that future. You're telling your body,
I still need you. I still trust you. And we are not done yet. And if you felt even a small shift today, a little more balance, a little more awareness in your legs, imagine what consistent activation will feel like in a week, a month, a year. Now, before you go, I want to leave you with something simple but powerful. Movement is medicine, but the right movement is transformation. If you care about staying strong, independent, and healthy after 50, if you want routines that are science-backed, simple, and designed for real seniors with real challenges, then subscribe and join this community. Thousands of people your age are proving every day that it's never too late to rebuild strength and never too early to protect it. Your legs carried you through your first decades. With the right guidance, they can carry you confidently through the next ones too. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you.